Stone Age people did not have the technology to measure time with precision like we do today. However, they had a good understanding of the night sky and noticed patterns and changes over time. By observing the stars, they could track the positions of specific stars and constellations throughout the year. One method they used was to monitor the rising and setting of certain stars. For example, the position of the North Star, or Polaris, was helpful for navigation and could be used as an indicator of time during the night. The time it appeared and disappeared in the sky could give them a general idea of how much time had passed. Additionally, Stone Age people observed the phases of the moon, which provided a basic lunar calendar. The moon goes through distinct phases, and the duration of each phase is relatively consistent. By tracking the changes in the moon's appearance, they could estimate the passage of time, particularly for shorter durations. Stone Age people also noticed seasonal changes in the positions of stars and the length of daylight. They would have identified specific alignments between stars, constellations, and even natural landmarks which signaled the arrival of specific seasons or important events, such as the solstices or equinoxes. While their understanding of time measurement may not have been as precise as ours, Stone Age people relied on their observations of celestial bodies to track patterns and changes in the night sky, allowing them to roughly gauge the passage of time. Stone Age people relied on the night sky as a natural timekeeping tool due to the lack of modern clocks or calendars. Here are some additional details about how they would have measured time using the stars. 1. Observation of stellar patterns. Stone Age people would have recognized certain star patterns or constellations that appeared in the sky night after night. These constellations provided important reference points for timekeeping. For example, the movement of the Big Dipper could indicate the passage of hours as it shifted across the sky. 2. Solar and lunar alignments. In addition to stars, Stone Age people paid close attention to the movements of the sun and the moon. The rising and setting positions of the sun and the moon at specific times of the year would have helped them track the seasons and longer periods of time. For example, the alignment of the sun during the solstices and equinoxes provided a way to mark the changing of seasons. 3. Seasonal constellations. Certain constellations that were visible only during specific seasons would have served as seasonal markers. As these constellations appeared or disappeared, the Stone Age people could gauge the passage of seasons and the progression of time. 4. Moon phases. The cyclical changes in the moon's appearance, known as moon phases, would have been another vital timekeeping factor. Stone Age people observed the waxing and waning of the moon to mark the passage of shorter periods, such as weeks or months. 5. Lunar calendar. Stone Age people likely developed lunar calendars that were based on the length of time it took for the moon to complete its phases. By counting the number of moon phases, they could estimate the number of days in a lunar month and track the passing of time. It's important to note that the specific methods and level of sophistication in timekeeping would have varied among different Stone Age cultures, based on their geographical location, cultural practices, and technological advancements. Nevertheless, it is evident that Stone Age people had a deep understanding of celestial movements and used them as a fundamental means to measure time.